Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. So today we have a new topic under KNC 1472, which is a process flow diagram. So as you can see here, this is a real plant. And then have you ever wondered how chemical engineer built this plant? Pernah fikir tak? And then what types of chemical flowing in the pipes? So basically everything is referred to the this layout or drawing. Okay. As you can see here, there are symbol and some letter here, different types of picture, different symbol. Okay, so this is what we call PNID ataupun sebelum we come up with PNID, we have to draw or design PFD ataupun process flow diagram. So the objective of this video, at the end you should be able to differentiate type of chemical process diagram, and then you should be able to read and construct the chemical process diagram, and then you should know the information to be included or excluded in a process flow diagram. So this is the agenda under PFD ataupun process flow diagram. First, what is PFD, and then we know a little bit about symbols and elements, information available in PFD, and then steps to develop PFD. So the process flow diagram that you should know are process flow chart, there are process flow sheet, block flow diagram, and then schematic flow diagram and macro flow chart. Okay. Next, these are the types of drawing. Okay, we have PFD, and then under PFD, in PFD we can know what a process does, and then piping and instrumentation diagram or PNID ataupun PID, how it works, and then next mechanical drawing and construction drawing, how to build the plant. Actually can be you can refer to mechanical drawing and construction drawing. How it looks can be referred to layout drawing. So what is PFD and use of PFD? So PFD ni adalah real drawing. It is base documents that used to develop more complex PNID. Maksudnya, basically in chemical, first we have to come up with a process flow chart, and then BFD, and then daripada PFD we can come up with PFD, and then barulah PNID. Okay, this is the steps lah. So means that the complexity ataupun the difficulty of this design is different. PNID ni lebih kompleks lah. Okay, and then PFD is a simple drawing that uses equipment symbol to show primary process flow path of a unit. And in PFD you can see the relationship between major equipment in process plant. And then we see the use of PFD. Here, PFD can be used as a quick overview of entire operating unit or a system. You can use PFD to trace the primary flow of chemical to the unit, and then you can use PFD to train new employee, or let's say you have a visitor, so that you can explain the entire building or the entire plant to your visitor, and then you can keep it as a core document to draw the plot plan and PNID. So under this one, basically, PFD is a graphic introduction of a process system that shows the primary process flow path along with. So under PFD, you should have these 4 elements. Equipment ada, piping, contour valve and major instrument. So basically, PFD is a type of flowchart that illustrates the relationship between major component and an industrial plant. Okay, and then PID are developed based on PFD. Okay, so here this figure shows the skeleton process flow diagram for production of benzene via the hydroalkylation of toluene. So keyword here is a production of benzene. So production of benzene maksudnya this is what we want, final product benzene ya. And then hydroalkylation of toluene maksudnya from toluene dan hydrogen maksudnya ada hydrogen lah. So the raw material ataupun input is toluene and hydrogen. Then they will undergo hydroalkylation process and then it will produce benzene. And then from here we can see the arrow from left to right and some from right to left. Okay, it's give you different meanings. Okay, and then if you notice here, there are some what we call byproduct ataupun I can say waste lah. This is a byproduct ataupun side product. Okay, and then in what you call a PFD, everything should be used. There is an what you call alphabet and number, and then symbols. For example, vector, symbol for vector. This V101, you can refer here. This is a storage drum. And then what else? We have a V boiler here. E106, where is it? Here. Okay. And then E105 is a product cooler. Where is it? Yeah, here. Okay. So we have what else? What is this? Heater. Heater, yeah. This is heater. R01 is a vector. Okay, so vector is here. Okay. Next, this is actually we cannot ask you lah in final exam to come up with this PFD because there is a standard ataupun standard symbol standard for each of like drum and then heater and then what else vector, cooler, distillation, separation. So basically there is a software to design the PFD. Okay, so these are the information you can you have to provide ataupun you can obtain from PFD. For example, raw material storage dekat mana, and then reaction dekat mana berlaku, separation, purification, by product recovery, effluent treatment, product storage and utilities. Okay. Okay, so for symbols, there are standard or set of diagram which show the interconnection process, equipment and the instrumentation used to control the process. So there are the international standard specification for diagram for process industry, and then we have a graphical symbol for flow diagram. You can refer to ANSI. Okay, and then for there is a specific graphical symbol for PFD for the food industry. Kalaulah awak bekerja dengan food industry in future, you should use this standard. Okay, tak sama dengan standard for chemical plant yang lain. Okay, and then bear in mind that PFD ataupun block flow diagram, dia tak ada scale and dimensional. There is no dimensional accurate, not to scale, and not always represent the physical location and proximity of each component. Maksudnya itu hanyalah drawing. You tak boleh cakap lah jarak antara vector and boiler about 1 kilometer or whatever. So that is it just show you the layout. Okay. And then these are example of piping. Banyak jenis-jenis symbol for piping pun dah banyak. Okay, one to many, top to top. Ada lagi apa, triangle separator. Piping pun banyak jenis. So later you not in this I think in other course you will learn in detail lah about piping, valve. Dia ada butterfly valve lah, and then dia banyak lagi jenis-jenis yang lain. Okay, and then this is head exchanger dan vessel symbols. Okay, kita ada towers, kita ada what else? Storage tank pun dia tak sama, pump, turbine, compressor pun tak sama symbol. Okay, and then for equipment information, in addition to the string information, there should also be able a table. Maksudnya dalam PFD you should provide a table detailing equipment information. Okay, this table can be helpful for the economy analysis. Kenapa? Sebab different design of let's say heat exchanger or drum or water have a different how to say economy value. The price is different. Okay, the equipment information table should include a list of all the equipment that is used in the particular flow diagram, along with description of size, height, number of trays, pressure, temperature, material of construction, heat duty area and other critical information. Maksudnya nanti you kena provide table that includes these are the information, so that kita dapat kira lah. Katakanlah you untuk storage tank ya, kalau it's just for water, maybe we can use a plastic storage tank. But that if there is a chemical, maybe you should use maybe metal. Maybe there is no reaction between chemicals and the storage tank material itself. So there are a lot of consideration that you should think, or you should be taken before the decision is made. Okay, and then naming equipment. Typical names for the equipment includes a letter followed by a set of number. Tadi kita nampak kita V, dia ada R for vector, and then you can refer to this table. Okay, for example, T for tower. Instead of you put tower, Asia tower kat situ, vessel you just put V, alphabet. Okay, so that people in has a background in chemical or mechanical should understand lah. Okay, with the symbols or the letter alphabet you use. And then these are various symbols for vector, vessel and tank. And then fluid handling equipment, samalah, ini ada simbol-simbol yang tertentu. Okay, so what are inside PFD? Okay, apa yang perlu dimasukkan dalam PFD? Major equipment including names and ID numbers, process piping, move the product, usually fluid between equipment pieces, process flow direction, I think the flow, quantum VAR, major bypass, operational data such as pressure, temperature, density, mass flow and mass energy balance, composition of fluid, process stream name, connection with other system. So these are what you should provide in PFD, and this is yang tak perlu ada dalam PFD lah. Contohnya kalau minor bypass tak perlu. Tadi kita perlu masukkan apa? Major bypass. Maintenance vents and drain tak perlu. Class code tak perlu. Okay, ni boleh baca lah ini. So let's say you have unit 1 and unit 2 macam daripada tadi, PFD banyak sangat kan. So we can simplify into unit 1 and unit 2. So under unit 1, normally we come out with the what we call block flow diagram ataupun schematic flow diagram. Under this one is very detail out what is under unit 1, ataupun let's say you have a different area, okay, ataupun department. So each of one unit you should come up with block flow diagram. Okay, so this is a step to develop PFD. Yang ni akan guna untuk yang proses design lah. Okay, I think I will continue